Hello guys, welcome again to the channel. I hope you are having a very nice day. I hope you are having a very good day. So guys, on today's video I'm talking about how I lost all the goats in my farm. I know I'm not at the farm today, but I'll still make this video though, because at the end of the day just want to share my experience. So if this is your first time coming to the channel, subscribe, and if you have been watching my video for a long time without subscribing, make sure you subscribe. It's very important. So some days ago I watched a video of a farmer, a goat farmer, who came on YouTube. I follow the guy on YouTube because one thing about me that I follow people who like I do the same thing with. So the guy is a farmer on YouTuber. So I follow the guy. So some days ago he posted a video about him losing the goats in his farm. I was like, man, I relate with what this guy said, because that exact thing that the guy said happened to him is what also happened to me. So there's something as painful as you using your money to buy animals, and at the end of the day you lose all those animals. It's very painful. It's very painful. And one thing that the guy said that made me to laugh was that when his animals started dying, because they usually die one by one, that anytime that they call him from, anytime that somebody from the farm calls him, his heart will skip. That was exactly what happened to me. Like, I didn't even want to pick the call, because I was like, why should I pick the call? Is it maybe another goat has died? And if I pick the call, that's exactly what they will tell me. So the whole thing was just devastating. But at the end of the day, we live to survive another day. So, how did this thing happen? Because the guy has told his own story. Now it's my turn to tell my own story. First of all, I've been into pig farming for long. That was the first livestock farming I began. I know the reason why I always say that this livestock farming is one of the riskiest business, if not the most risky, in terms of you losing your capital all at once. Is because one single disease that affects one goat or one pig or one cattle can wipe out your farm, can wipe out your millions. You come to your farm and be like, what is happening? Or what happened? In fact, you won't even say what is happening. In fact, you won't say. In fact, they're not going to say what just happened. They are going to say what is happening, because they've died one by one. When you say what is happening, it's very crazy. I'll be honest with you, it's very crazy. If you have not experienced this thing, you can never relate. You can never be in my shoe. So that's why I had to make this video, because I had to also tell my subscribers about my own experience, so that in case you experience this thing, so that you have to know what and what to do not to experience this kind of thing I've experienced. So how my own happened. I started this goat farming last year. Last year was 2020, yeah, because I started the pig farming for long ago, but the goat farming and the cattle farming was last year. So the first goats I bought the first, because I usually buy my animals in batch, so I'll not overwhelm myself or the farm or the space I have, because we are still trying to grow, so we need to be adjusting little by little. So I bought the first 5 goats from the market, because there are not so many like goat farms here in the south. What we usually have is that all these local villagers, they carry their goats to the farm, to the market, and sell. So that's where I just go to buy my goats, from the market. So I'll buy and keep them. Now I bought, like, throughout that period, I bought like 30 female goats and 6 male goats. I had like 36 goats in the farm. Then all of a sudden, the devil entered into my farm. The devil entered into my farm. It was a painful experience. So if I'm talking, I'm talking from pain, from a heart full of pain. So there was this goat that somebody bought for me. Like, it was during a December period. So during a December period that this happened. So the guy was like, the guy was my friend. He's my friend. In fact, it's not even that he's my friend. That period, people were buying goats for people in my family. Like, people were bringing goats, like, very well for people in my family. So people were bringing goats here and there. I was like, you know what? These goats that these people are bringing here, like, there were many goats we are bringing that period. That period, they brought up to 8 goats. 8 goats or over 8. They are bringing those kind of goats, like bringing. So I was like, you know what? These goats they are bringing. And that time I got into goat farming newly, so I wanted to increase the number of my goats by all means. I wanted to increase by all means. Even if it meant me instead of going to the market to steal, I would have gone to steal. But I'm not a thief now. So, what? They were bringing those goats. I was like, and they were bringing them in the village, because my family is also in the village, like that area. So they were bringing it in our village house. I was like, these goats I've seen, are we going to eat all of these goats? I was like, no, it can't happen. I have to take some. I have to take some. So there was this male goat I saw. This male goat was big. Black goat like this. Nigerian draft goats. Local goats here. It was very big. I was like, I've seen the chosen one. I've seen this goat I'm going to use to add to my farm. Out of foolishness. Out of stupidity. Greediness. What greediness has done to me in this life. It's not well with greediness. So I saw the goat and I liked the goat. I carried it. I didn't inject antibiotics. I didn't quarantine. I just carried it. Added to my, because I was like, this goat will start mating very early. I start giving birth. So as this, my goat will give birth to big goats like this. I brought the goats into the farm. I brought that particular goat into the farm. Then, the Christmas period was over. Everybody left, everybody went. So after like 2 weeks, one of my workers at the farm called me that goat is dead. And I was like, maybe the goat was sick, maybe since it's just one goat, it's nothing. Just find people that you know, because in my area, people don't care about if the goat is dead or alive. They will buy it and eat it. But since the goat, maybe that goat that you bought at 30K, if it's dead, they'll price it at 8K, 6K, and buy it and butcher and eat or sell. So I was like, sell it now. First someone, so the person will buy it. So they sold it off. I took the money. I was like, it's just one goat. Then after like 5 days, I received an goat is dead. I was like, hey, I've entered one chance, because for that goat to die, and the workers told me that the goat was showing signs of sickness, because it was coughing, it was bringing out mucus from the nose, and the rest, So I didn't take it as a serious thing, because I didn't think that I got into goat's farming new that time, so I didn't even know all these things. I didn't have all this experience. But the goat was coughing, and I will inject it the drug. I think that it's meant for goats, but that was the wrong drug. So if I knew that drug was the wrong one, and I was injecting the correct one, I would have solved that my problem at that period of time. But I was too ignorant to even know, because this is for something that I started newly without much guidance. That's why I always emphasize on getting the right knowledge before you start a livestock farm, or you stand a chance of losing every single thing. So you get the point now. So the next 5 days, they come and another goat was dead. I was like, something is really serious. So I was like, you know what? I started giving all the goats injection. That same wrong injection that I was giving the first black one, I was giving it. Something you don't know it. That was one thing about this whole livestock fitting. So I started giving them all that injection. Subsequently, I started losing more goats, till all my goats came down to 5. And luckily enough, by the time I've already lost like over 12 goats, that was when somebody told me that this is the right drug you're meant to be using. And that was when I ran to a veterinary doctor and was like, and another recommended the best drug, because me, I was like, this drug is what I usually use to treat all these kind of things. So I was using that drug foolishly, out of my own foolishness, out of my own ignorance. So until someone told me that this is the drug you're meant to be using now. Someone that someone that was already experienced in goat farming told me that this is the drug you're meant to be using. So I had to go to the veterinary doctor and buy it. And that was how I was able to save 5 goats. So you get the point now. The whole thing falls down to never add a goat to your flock without quarantining. Never add a cattle to your farm without quarantining. Never add a pig to your farm without quarantining. Always make sure you quarantine. It's very, very important for you to quarantine. Always make sure you quarantine for 3. In fact, for me, I would say quarantine for 4 months. In fact, what I usually do is I quarantine. I keep the goats, I keep the pig apart, I keep the cattle apart for at least 1 month. When I'm sure that the goat is well, and because within that 1 month, it will not come in contact with another goat or another animal. It's on its own, or as I bought it on their own, if I add it to the flock. Because one mistake can cost you your life investment. So that's done today's video, guys. So it was a very, very sad experience for me, but at the end of the day, one thing about me is that I'm not the kind of guy that easily give. I don't give up. I don't give up. Even if I fail, I lose everything in my life today, I'll still build it up again. That's how my life is. I've never been a guy to stay down. I don't even go down. The rest of staying down, I don't go down. So at the end of the day, I share this so that you guys can not make that same mistake I made. So I think you guys can work on on improving and not making the mistakes I've made. So because at the end of one of the reasons why we experience these things, so that we can also be able to share our experience with others, so that they will not make the mistake. You get the point. So that's it, guys. So if you have any question for me, make sure you comment in the comment section. I'm always available to answer the questions. No matter how stupid your question is, I'll answer it. So make sure you comment, make sure you like this video, and make sure you subscribe. CLS, that's like the code. Comment, like, subscribe. CLS. So thank you guys, and peace.